it is not true that we have to age like they say that we are aging. That means that when you are 60, you should have problems with mobility. When you are 70, probably you should get cancer. When you are 80, all Alzheimer's, it's normal, you know? When I was 60 years old, I ran all my life. When I was 60 years old, my hips were blocking me. Started, like they become much stiffer. And I said, that's normal, because I didn't know those things. I guess what? At 70, I can run. At 65, I had problems with my bones. The doctor said, it's normal. It's osteopenia. You need to get on pills. At 71, they make tests. My bones are perfect. At 72, they repeat it. My bones are perfect. I have the results in my drawer. I didn't introduce myself, so maybe I do it. My name is Dr. Grażyna Pajunen, and I have PhD in electrical engineering. And I was invited to this country to teach at university. And I did it for 25 years, and I work mainly in biomedical field because I love helping people. I also have patents, 15 patents with Motorola and so on, but something helping people to feel great and to look great to the end of their lives, that was my passion. So when my husband got problems with his shoulder, and his hand was like this, he couldn't move. He couldn't sleep at night. He was in pain all the time. And the doctors told him that the only thing that he can do right now is to have joint replacement. So he said, okay, he believed in, of course, the medicine, the doctors. Fantastic. If I get the joint replacement, can I do water skiing? What do you think? Of course not. He couldn't even live do normal his weight training or anything. He said, I'm not going to become an old man. No. He said no. And he was in terrible pain, and I had to look at that. So that was what really triggered me, because imagine, I'm a university professor teaching at university electrical engineering, right? And so what I'm doing here in anti-aging? Well, we decided to find a way for him not to have his joint replacement. Make sense? So this is how it all started. And since then, that was 12 years ago, he was able to start moving. His hand was completely frozen. So in order to drive a car, he had to move the hand with another hand, right? After about 3 months, he was able to move the arm. After about 9 months, he told me, listen, I feel like I have a new shoulder. And that was 12 years ago. Till today, he has a brand new shoulder. No surgery, nothing. So this triggered my interest. And I know that here you have a lot of stuff that makes you beautiful, your skin beautiful, right? Everything. But let me ask you a question. What is easier, to rebuild your inside through the treatments on the skin, or to rebuild your skin from inside out? One of the reasons is that we are drying out. Agree? Agree. We are drying out. So we are drying out. Why are we drying out? Our skin is drying out, our joints drying out, we are drying out. Our eyes, gums, everything, hair, nails, everything. So what is the reason? The reason is because we are losing about 10 to 20% every 10 years of main components of connective tissue. And as you probably know, most of you are familiar with that connective tissue is about 80% of our body, right? So if you lose those components, your body cannot rebuild itself. Because I believe, and I know, actually not believe anymore, I know. So this is what's happening. We are losing the integrity of the connective tissue. And this is very, very important because that is, drying out. So if we lose it, this is the statistics, what's happening. And we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there. Do you see it? About if people are 65 to 79, 45% have household activity limitations, 28% have mobility limitations, and 20% have self-care limitations. And this is not getting better. And we don't want to go there. We want to prevent it. And I tell you, we can. Next slide. So, and this is something, and on my new presentation, I have the reference for that, but this is amazing. I was so fascinated with it, and I studied those studies from Harvard Medical School, and they proven so far on mice. But this is amazing, that scientists can reverse aging process in mice. Our cells know the body can reset and rebuild itself, but need the right environment. And what is interesting, the backup information about your youth is stored in your body. So we have inside us like a reset button. We can. Maybe it's not about looking 20 anymore, but what about feeling 20? What about that? What about having energy like 20 years old? What about having happiness in your life like 20 years old? That's what we are after, right? Next slide. So, what is happening? We have to create the right environment. So, what I said that it's not only what I know, not what I think, but I know that our body can rebuild itself. So if our body can rebuild itself, it means that suffering is optional. I'm not talking right now about somebody having car accident or whatever. I'm talking in general. That's what statistics we've sold are. It's not need to happen. We can enjoy our lives. So we don't play, we go next. Okay, so what is our system? So this is the system that works. So number one, limiting food. Has been proven also in Harvard by Professor Sinclair from Harvard Medical School. And he has proven that in order, one of the genes that is longevity gene, it's sirtuin. So what we can do to activate that gene in our body, because all these genes are dropping, right? We are like getting disharmonized. We are getting like you have a new CD, it's nice, but then it scratches and it doesn't play very well. So how we can do that? So one of the very, very important things is limiting food. Eating well, but eating well is a little bit questionable. Why? Because everybody is different. So I cannot, Rita, what for you is good, maybe for you will be absolutely not good, So every single person is different. Some people like keto diet, and some people like Mediterranean diet, and they will argue which one is better. That's stupid, because it's not about that. It's for one person is good, another person is not good. So you have to be CEO of your own health. You have to listen to your body all the time. Listen what your body is telling you, and your body will tell you, I want this or I don't want this. And of course, you can measure certain parameters, that's clear. And of course, no sugar. That's uniform. That's uniform. So this is important. So limiting food. Usually what I notice and what most people recommend is having like 2 meals a day. So skipping breakfast or skipping dinner and having a long time, because that really activates the sirtuins. this time. And also when you eat, I can tell you an example. There was a scientist made an experiment with 10,000 mice. Okay, and one group of mice was eating all the time, and another group of mice ate only one time a day. Okay, the same amount of calories, the same food. Only that not eating all the time, but being hungry a little bit. Okay, and the lifespan of those mice that were eating only one time again was like 3 times longer. Can you believe it? This was scientific paper, experiment at the university.
So is this like intermittent fasting?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. This, they say, it's absolutely very, very good for you because your old cells have to be removed, and you have to give your cells possibility to rest, not to work all the time. People were doing, and imagine that you eat and you haven't yet digest this food, and you are going to put new food. It's everything is destroying. Like imagine you don't clean your house, right, for a week. What will happen? That's exactly. So the food, it's more important when you eat than what you eat and how much you eat. If you eat once a day, you can basically eat whatever you want. Of course, better to eat a lot of vegetables, right, and less and less proteins and so on. So that's clear, but not so much focus. Oh, so many calories here, or so many calories. You know what I mean. So this is very important. Nutrition, clean water, a lot of water, and clean. But we will talk about this because do you know older people who drink a lot of water and they are still dehydrated? I will tell you why. So this is something that hydration is critical. It's very, very critical. So we were talking about also supplementation. I don't think I have to convince you that we need supplementation, right? Because the food we are given today, do you know places in the world that people live over 100 and they are healthy and they right? So what is the difference between those people? Are they human, superhumans? No, their lifestyle. So what is their lifestyle? Well, first of all, they make their own food, they grow their own food, they have clean water, they have clean air, they are living somewhere in some island, right? They are working there physically on the field to get their food. So they have movement, correct? And then they have, in the evening, they are gathering together and they sing songs. What a lifestyle. So, but they say, oh, this is genes. No, their children go, like this was particular village in Tokyo, near Tokyo, Yuzurihara. Their children went to Tokyo and they got sick like all of us because it's lifestyle. So this is very, very important. So supplementation. Number one is improve, just remove inflammation. We are a lot of people because of this lifestyle, because of this food, because of everything we're doing. It's just like house that is in fire. So there is a fire. So it's destroying your house. So now, what you do first? You have to put your fire down, right? That's inflammation. So we have a product that will help with this. So we put the fire. Then what we start? We start rebuilding the house. So how do we rebuild the house? From bricks and cement, right? That's we start. So this is rebuilding connective tissue. That's what I will be talking about. Then, of course, very often we have to clean our digestive systems. Because if the digestive system is is not clean, no matter what kind of supplements you take, they are not going to be absorbed. So this is very important. If you don't rebuild your about 80% of your the system that defends us, it's in your gut. So you have to rebuild microflora, and that's the next one. And this one also, the next one, we have, and I just mentioned it, we have a rebuild, like regulate your hormones. This is especially for women. Regulate your hormones without hormones. So what it means we have, and without soy, especially for women. A lot of women have a lot of problems with the hormones, and we used to feel bad or have cramps or have hot flashes, or right. It was normal. I'm a woman, so this is normal. Not needed to be normal anymore. We have herbs that could help you to deal with this problem. So, and this is not hormones, because hormones may be dangerous. So here we have, of course, detoxification, exercise. Exercise is the next very important thing. And one of the things is, I will tell you the myth that if my knees hurt, then I need to exercise for my knees. And this is a big, big no. You never do that. And I have it on my YouTube channel, just show you the right exercises for each problem, which you have to do. With even if you take the best supplements, even if you take whatever, you will not be able to help without movement. Movement is critical. And the same with face. Who likes to have a beautiful face? All of us. Do you know that there is lymphatic system here? And do you know that you need to kind of massage it and so on? Because otherwise it will gather here and correct? Yeah. So all this, and the same with exercise. I tell people, even it's 20 minutes a day, but you need to get on the ecliptic, get on the bicycle, a stationary bicycle, whatever you can, but do it every day, or at least every second day, and walk, move. It's very, very important. You want to stay young, you have to move. And mindset. Another thing. People are getting into drama. Oh, this person told me that. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, look what she has done to me. I'm a victim here, right? You're never a victim. You're never a victim. You create your life. You are responsible for your life. If somebody is negative, they could go away. Don't listen to negative news. They want to frighten you. Don't let it do it to you. Fear is going to disconnect your defenses completely. And then you can get sick, you can get old, and no matter how many of those things you do for your face, you will have a problem, because you have to be in control of that. So if there is a negative person, you can try to help them, but if they keep doing, just change your company. Surround yourself with people who are positive, who are nice, who you enjoy. This life is supposed to be enjoyment. Even if you work, do work that you enjoy, like, and then everything has become fantastic. 7-8 hours sleep. For example, I never start working before noon. It's my time. I just have my coffee with my supplements, and then I go to exercise, and then I have my lunch, and then I can start working. And I tell you, I'm much more efficient. than if I try to push through the whole day. Right? That's much, much better. Okay, and use the clean products. This is another thing. Because shampoo, for example, if you use something like there is a clinical studies about that. Actually, yeah, clinical studies and the papers, it's in the publications, the relations between the shampoos with chemicals and the Alzheimer's. Yes, it is, because everything is coming through here and it poisons you. I know that we are at the show and you probably like Botox. Who likes Botox? You do. You do. Exactly. But I tell you, it is a poison and you know it. It's always something for something, right? But I show you something that it works better than Botox. What about that? What about that? And it's 100% natural. I tell you one thing, what I use in my life. Nothing. I don't take anything that hurts my body. Even it cannot help me because I don't know, but at least it doesn't hurt me. Right? And I think that's my principle. Okay. So this is something that is very, very important. You see, this is what happens to us when we get older. This green line, that's level of the collagen in the body. That gray line is the level of hyaluronic acid. And we are just losing all of it. And those places, when they were doing the research with those blue zones, that's what they found, that those lines were straight. They didn't lose those components. So what happened? Well, their diet was full of magnesium, but they also had their diet was such that they didn't lose hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is a very, very important in our body. And now, when you see what happened with those hyaluronic acid. Each molecule of the hyaluronic acid attracts 1000% of its own weight of water. So it acts as a sponge. So if you saw that hyaluronic acid drops, then what means that no matter how much water we drink, the water just goes through us. It's not going to hydrate your body. That's a problem what a lot of older people have. So supplementing hyaluronic acid is extremely important. But what's the problem? Well, if you start eating very well, that's okay, but you are not going to regenerate a lot. If you take supplements with hyaluronic acid, what's the problem? Absorption, got it. They are huge molecules. Do you know creams with hyaluronic acid? Do they work? No, they stay on the surface of the skin. As soon as you wash your face, they're gone. That was a problem that scientists from all around the world tried to solve. Perfect. Super. So look what is here. This is joint. The other one was skin. So you have one bone, another bone. This one is cartilage, and this green thing is hyaluronic acid. It's synovial fluid, but synovial fluid is made of hyaluronic acid. So do you understand when we lose that hyaluronic acid, when we dry out, that we get this? And also when we exercise, and for the sports people, you know, this is drying out. Dr. Brady, who is one of the top orthopedic surgeons, he told me he performed over 9,000 surgeries, and he said every orthopedic surgeon knew that if we can only put back this synovial fluid, we will be at home. But the problem was molecule absorptions, how the body can put it back. So many scientists around the world were trying to solve this problem. And finally, one company, GMP Labs from California, after 20 years of studying with scientists from Harvard, Stanford, and Cornell, they solved this problem. So for the first time, we have something that actually rebuilds this synovial fluid. And that one is amazing, amazing. This one you have, this is one of the most important slides. Very good that you take a picture. Because you see, this one is human articular cartridge, how it is built, what is the components there. It's not a mixture, it's a natural from the, they just analyze that. This is how it looks like. This is patented collagen hyaluronic acid matrix. Look, when you take water out and you compare the composition of these two, you see that it's 1-to-1. It's amazing how it is similar. So GMP Labs found a natural source. It's not a mixture, it's a source that has the same structure, So it's the same structure as our human reticular cartridge. And as a matter of fact, it also helps rebuild our connective tissue. And but here you have that molecule is, as you know, we were talking about it, bioavailability. Still, they found a natural source. So everybody says, okay, if we have a source, we can eat it, right? Everybody would say that, but unfortunately no, because the molecule is over 300 kilodaltons. So what this GMP Labs did with the scientists, that's what they were studying for 20 years. They were trying to find the size of the molecules that are optimal for the optimal absorptions, and they found out that it has to be anywhere between 1.5 and 2.5 kilodaltons, and also it has, so they not only found those molecules, but they also made the product. So here we are. So here you see, this is most products on the market with hyaluronic acid, including the injections, what the doctors are doing to your joints. These are all fillers. Anybody is doing fillers with under skin with hyaluronic acid? We are not, but they are doing it, and that's fine because they will not hurt you. They will not hurt you. However, they are not going to rebuild your skin, and they are not going to rebuild your joints, but they are not going to hurt you. So it's not a big deal. But this is the problem, that we have too large molecule. Okay. So this is the amazing research. This is a clinical studies, as you see. We have a 6,000% increase of hyaluronic acid in 28 days. That's unheard of. And what it does also, it not only rebuilds this, but also it starts activating your own collagens, because as you notice here on that, maybe you didn't notice, but it is collagen 2 we had there. But in the skin, we have 1 and 3, right? So it activates all 3 collagens. And also it starts activate production of your own hyaluronic acid. So it's amazing. Okay. Also, hyaluronic acid is a sugar and collagen is a protein, so they are destroyed in GI tract. So how this is made? You have a liquid, and you can come to our booth, is 4816, yes, and you can see it, but it is like already prepared like in peptides. So it is ready to be absorbed directly to the bloodstream, and it's going to rebuild synovial fluid. The reason is why it's so important, because the bloodstream doesn't get anymore to the joints at certain age. So we have to get only all the ingredients through synovial fluid. So rebuilding synovial fluid is critical. It's absolutely critical. But also you rebuild your skin. And this is amazing, you know. So we are working, for example, so what I just coming back to this, what I suggest to do to when you drink it, keep it about 20 seconds under your tongue or in your mouth, so it's as much as possible is being absorbed from your mouth directly to your body. So what we do, we saturate. So we take twice a day, morning and night, because it stays in your body for 12 hours, and then you need another dose, and then you saturate your body, and your body is taking it anywhere it needs to be. It needs to everywhere: joints, gums, eyes, skin. The skin works so quickly. Eyes were some people had, but they're younger. When I started, I was already over 60. So, my eyes were all the time the same, all the time very healthy, and I still need glasses, right? Obviously, but my eyes are never. I don't need to change a prescription, right? But the younger people, when they when they were 40 or under, they leave the glasses. They don't need glasses anymore. My son, for example, Tony, doesn't need glasses anymore. And he had glasses since elementary school. So this is amazing how the healthy everything becomes. Many of my friends just canceled the gum surgery. The gums were not bleeding anymore. The gums are strong. So it's totally amazing. And also it reduces enzyme called hyaluronidase. Almost, hyaluronidase, right? So it kills hyaluronic acid. So from one point of view, it reduces hyaluronidase. From other point of view, it rebuilds hyaluronic acid. Go next one. This is the improvement, but this one they will be interested because it decreases dryness. This is what I was talking about. This is for you very, very important if you are in that field. And decreases without use of topical moisturizers. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, so this is, again, there are so many collagens on the market, correct? And this is not a collagen, because collagen is rebuilding the house from all the bricks, because you still need other components like hyaluronic acid. I am saying to people when they tell me, the collagen, yes, it works, it helps you a little bit, but here we have something which has perfect composition, like I said, bioidentical with us. Our body understands this as its own, and also optimal size of the molecule. So there are other collagens that have the same, that may have the bioavailable. So they are bioavailable, but they are only collagens. It's like you bake a cake, but you use only flour. What about the other ingredients, right, to make a good cake? So this is so important that, you have all the components together. You have collagen, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin sulfate, and other aminoglycans in one molecule with optimal size. So once you take it, your body understands it, and your body is taking and utilize it wherever it needs. What does it mean? It means that sometimes people come to me and they have problems with their knees. And they say, okay, so they drink it, and next month they say, I came to you and I only had pain in my knees, and now I have everywhere. My shoulder hurts, and this is what it is. Because the body is putting it anywhere, everywhere. So it's stretching. It's stretching. There are ligaments which are dry, and they try to stretch it so it gets, bigger, so it hurts. So sometimes it does. And especially for people who are, we had, Basha had one of the truck driver, and he said, the second or the third month, he said that if I didn't know, if you wouldn't tell me that it can hurt, I would open this window and throw everything out because it was so much pain. Yeah. So yes, but you go for maybe 1 week, 2 weeks on that pain, and then your body is like starting to be brand new. And I had a person who had a problem with Basha can tell you also, but another person, 28 years back pain. The doctors told her that she needs to, be on a wheelchair. There is no way. And they already started to rebuild their house. And when she started taking it, it took her 9 months. 9 months. But after that was 6 years ago, never anymore any back pain. So that's amazing. Okay, so this is what happens, and what is also important is that it's made in United States, in the company that is FDA and other government companies approval, so it's certified. And it rebuilds joints, skin, gums, eyes, hair, and so on. And we are working just to tell you, like, for example, is any professional here? Anybody who is in beauty professional? You are. Okay. So we are working, I just tell you example. We're working with a doctor, the plastic surgeon from Newport Beach, California. And this is the only product that he recommends to his patients. And also we are working with some other people from New York. And I always ask them because, I ask him, okay, why do you recommend that? Because maybe people wouldn't need any more your service, right? And he said, absolutely not. He said, when you are getting old, the skin becomes like paper. And it's very difficult to do the procedures. But when I put people on this product first, and then rebuild the skin becomes much stronger and much more flexible, much more tight. I will show you an example in a moment. Then it's much easier for me to do the procedures, and then I put them again on this product, and the healing process is 1/3 of the time. I'm winning with competition. So a lot of people with whom we're working with, who are professionals, they take it and they suggest that product because they're winning with the competition, because their clients are much more happy with the results, what they are getting. So that was a good lesson for me, that when he told me that. We're not going to listen to the testimonials. But look at that. Look at her. This is 3 months on drinking only. No topicals. Look at her face, neck. Do you see? It tightens. If anybody whom you work with want to lose weight, the skin becomes such a floppy that makes tight. Okay. This is very important, that everything what I'm telling you, I'm not talking about anecdotes. Everything is clinically proven. I can give you the references. You can have clinical studies on published on PubMed, and you can read it. This is how I started. Please do not believe anybody. Do not believe me. This is not here. I'm not here coming to convince you that we are better than some other people. That's not my point. My point is study it. This is how I started. I reviewed all the clinical studies because I didn't want to open my mouth even before I knew what I'm talking about. So we have and here are just some. I mean, we have so much more. But look, for example, Frost and Sullivan in I think 2011, yeah, in 2011, they took all the products for joints and bones on the market, including medications, and we got first prize. Later on, they studied also for skin, and also we have a lot of first prizes. So I'll show you something. Okay, so why the product is so unique? So this is just a summary that we have 37 clinical studies, 7 patents. It's very unique for the supplementation. The next one, it's made from that's okay, from a single natural source. Get back. Single natural source. That is very important, that it's not a mixture. Remember, we cannot improve nature. If you can get something from nature directly, that's the best. So we have directly from the nature. There is not a mixture. It's not a mixture of collagen and hyaluronic acid and chondroitin sulfate and whatever. It's a natural source. The next thing is utilizes the patented biooptimized process, so it's 95 to 98% absorbable. And it also kills hyaluronidase and rebuilds our joints, our skin. So, and also it's manufactured exclusively in the United States in FDA, NSF, NSF Sport, GLP, and GMP certified facility, and it is in liquid form. It's very, very important. This one very quickly, because there are so many other collagens on the market. So if it is not, if somebody is cooking the both raw or whatever, and it's very healthy, it's great. But look the size of the molecule of the collagen and hyaluronic acid, whatever there is. It's good, but it's not going to rebuild. The next one is the other liquid collagens. And some of them are pretty good if they are hydrolyzed, but you see they have type 1 collagen. We need for joints type 2. Here is for the skin. So yes, they could work a little bit for the skin, but they are not going to rebuild your joints, because if you don't rebuild synovial fluid, then you are not. And really, there will be a lot of people coming to you. Oh, we are the best. Oh, we are the best. That is non-stop. Ask for clinical studies, because I'm always asking people, do you want to rebuild your skin or just look better? Because if you only want to look better, there are so many other things, and you can put, and so long you don't wash it out, you look great. But this one will rebuild your skin. The same with joints. A lot of people say, oh, you know what? I went somewhere and they gave me something and my pain already disappeared. I don't have any pain anymore. Removing pain and rebuilding joint is two different things. So I always ask you, what do you want? Do you want to rebuild or just remove pain? Because if you only want to remove pain, temporary, by the way, temporary, remember, then there are many methods, right? This is another product which we have, which is the combination of this molecule, which is called BioCell, with CLA. And what it does, it suppresses cortisol level, shrinks the fat cells, and helps the toxification process, especially removes the fat around internal organs. And especially when you, so internal, because it's very dangerous, it can kill you, the fat around internal organs. And it also rebuilds lean muscle. So I am laughing. It takes away your fat cells and puts it in the muscles. Of course, not directly, but this is an effect. So, for example, I have been exercises on my life, but when a certain age, no matter how much I exercise, these here started to be floppy, that they are not anymore. trust me, they tighten, so that's fantastic. This one is, I put it up from the WebMed, and we checked it with the Cancer Institute in Manhattan, that it's anti-aging cancer effect. So they give it to the CLA to the cancer patients. And next one is also prevents the hardening of the arteries. So this is amazing. So let's keep going. But this is only from WebMed. And this, we have the whole system. If somebody wants to, so for me, for example, Kasia is using this too. And for me, for example, it's not that I was lighter in weight scale. I just lose two dress size. So that's the effect. So you have a better shape. That's about it, right? Yes, exactly. Let's keep going. Keep going, because this is the food keep going. Okay, we have few more pictures, and then keep going until the cosmetics. So these are 3 months. So I tell everybody before you start it, take a picture of your face. Yeah. You're welcome. Keep going. Okay. So here are our products, and we are different ones. We have all of them in our booth. They have the same amount of this biocell. They have different additions. So, like Life has 13 superfruits, like acai berry, jujube, and so on, and they are squeezed fruits. And they are very strong anti-inflammatory benefits, and also they have fighting free radicals. And Life is the only one that has also resveratrol. By the way, do you remember when I said that we have to activate our sirtuins? So this is another thing, resveratrol. Resveratrol is the one a supplement that you need for that. So this is the only place it's in Life. But you can even add more, about 1,000 grams resveratrol a day. It's really, really good. Okay, pure, and there are others. So, okay, they are pure skin. Pure is just for somebody who doesn't want any fruits, or they don't want anything. Pure skin have another fruits, and they have vitamin C. They have also ceramides and other things that are especially good for skin. And sport is more for people who are more athletic and who want to recover faster, push harder, and so on. So this is sport. But what I want to talk about more, it's about this serum and the cosmetic line, because this is the first time we have the award-winning patented BioCell clinical grade. So what's the difference between this serum and all these millions of serums on the market? This one is the only one that has that hyaluronic acid that actually is going to penetrate your skin and actually is going to rebuild your skin. These are clinical studies. Look, this one, you can get skin collagen increase like almost 32% without needles. You don't need to put them, because normally what they do, put the needles under the skin. You don't need it. You just put it twice a day and it rebuilds your skin. So would I suggest cosmetics instead of drink? No. Drinking is number one, rebuild from inside out. But if you want to faster and if you want to add to your practice, you will have amazing results very quickly, and your clients will be. We have clients from Upper East Side, Manhattan, who are buying creams for over $1,000, and they come back to us and they say they have never seen so good cosmetics. So they are extremely happy. And here we have everything in our booth. So we can see we have moisturizer, we have serum, we have no infusion mask. Actually, this is the old slide because my computer doesn't work. But anyhow, this is the double cleanser. So you can try them. We have samples on the table, so you can try. You can see for yourself how amazingly they get into skin. They can also remove the age spots. The serum, it works on the age spots. We have award-winning under eye, so that eye cream. It removes the bags and all the black circles, and it's a really phenomenal. And if you take in a package, it's about 50% discount, so it's worth to take it instead of take each individual the product. Keep going. Okay, so here we have, this one is phenomenal. You would love it. The self-room body firming form. This one for cellulites. Fantastic. If you want to tighten your underarms and your legs, fantastic. I cannot live without it. It's absolutely phenomenal, right, Kasia? It's phenomenal. For the neck, yes, for the, it's phenomenal. And also when I have, like, if I run a lot or I take, and my legs in the evening are tired, and when I put this foam on my legs, they are like, oh, they're feeling so good. So this is amazing. Okay, keep going. I don't know what I have. Okay, few more. This is my friend. She could not believe when I showed her that this was her face. It's amazing. People forget. That's why I say, take your own picture. And then you can compare and zoom on it, because you will not remember. I had a person who had hand like that, whatever, very, very problem with arthritis, right? And she took the product and she came about 3 months later and she said, cancel me everything, nothing works. I look at her hand and I showed her the picture. This was my hand? Because the improvement was big, but of course it didn't rebuild her hand yet or enough so that it completely disappear. Makes sense? Because 3 months, it's not enough. For some people, right. It depends upon the damage. Damage, yes. So this was always, you need to have a proof, picture, something. Oh, hair. And we have at this moment even a new shampoo and conditioner and also a leave-in conditioner, next one, that has this molecule, and it rebuilds your hair and beautifully.
So this is only the shampoo for the first.
No, this was drink. Always tell you, drink is number one. Everything what I'm showing you now, it's in addition. And that's why I say, like I started at the beginning, you cannot rebuild your body from outside in, but you can rebuild your body from inside out, and then every other technique what you use here will work much better. This is just drink, just life. He was only drinking life 3 months. I think it was 3 months. Anyhow, 3 to 6 months, I will tell you. I don't know exactly this one, but 3 to 6 months, all those pictures. This is 1 year. Tara, 82 years old. 82. Look at that.
She got filtered.
And we know her. And we know her. It's amazing. Nobody could. But even me, I look much better than I looked before. It's amazing.
So this is 12 months. 12 months.
This is 12 months. She had also very bad. She had also. I will show you that. This is something amazing. But she had also very bad story. She had a lot of stress on this first picture. Actually, they made a documentary in television on her. Her daughter and her husband went for vacation with the children somewhere, and her husband and her husband arranged the killing of her daughter, and he sent children to find her because he fell in love with somebody local, whatever. Can you believe it? So that's what she was going, and she was very close with her daughter. There was a television program on that, and so because it's hard to believe what people have to go through. It was very difficult for her to get herself back together after all this accident. But anyhow, so this is Tara. But she had to. It was for she had to live for her grandchildren, right? So look at this. This is exactly the same molecule, but for pets used. So this one is 11 weeks after, and this one is before. Look how he has trouble in going. Yeah. Do you know people who have going like this on? Do you want them to run like that? I've seen it happen.
People spend a lot of money on pets and injections.
Yes, so this is another. Is it finished? Oh, this one. It's okay. You don't need to play. So let's because we started later, so we actually finished. But if you have questions, I'm here, and I would be happy to answer any questions you have.